Hello everyone. Again, hello everyone. It's me. I think my intro is repeating and I don't like it. I'll make a new intro from tomorrow onwards. Let's get started with today's reading. Maybe I'm now little clear. I don't know. Yes, I am here. Thus, he really gave Mike or me anything. He would instead ask, how can you afford it? And that included college, which we paid for ourselves. It was not the goal, but the process of attaining the goal that he wanted us to learn. The problem I see today is that there are millions of people who feel guilty about their desire or their greed. It's old conditioning from their childhood. While they desire to have the finer things that life offers, must have been conditioned subconsciously to say, I can't have that, or I will never able to afford that. When I decided to exit the rat race, it was simply a question of how can I afford to never work again. And my mind began to kick out answers and solutions. The hardest part was fighting my real parents' dogma. We can't afford that. Stop thinking only about yourself. I just ate my dinner and I'm not able to speak properly. So please don't mind it. Where was I? That yes, we can afford that. Stop thinking only about yourself. Why don't you think about others? And other similar sentiments designed to guilt in install guilt to suppress my greed. So how do you beat laziness? Once again, the answer is a little greed. It's the radio station, WIFM, which stands for What's in it for me. A person needs to sit down and ask, what would my life be like if I never had to work again? What would I do if I had all the money I needed? Without that little bit, the desire to have something better, progress is not made. Our world progresses because we all desire a better life. Our new inventions are made because we desire something better. We go to school and study hard because we want something better. So whenever you find yourself avoiding something you know you should be doing, then the only thing to ask yourself is, what's in it for me? Be a little greedy is the best cure of laziness. Too much greed, however, as anything is excess can be is not good. But just remember what Michael Douglas said in the movie Wall Street. Greed is good, Rich Dad said too differently. Guilt is worse than greed, for guilt robs the body of its soul. I think Eleanor Roosevelt said it's the best. Do you do what you feel in your heart to be right? If you will be criticized anyway, you will be demanded if you do, damned and a damned if you don't. Overcoming bad habits. Our life are a reflection of our old habits made than our education. Just calm down, man. I don't know. These 2 days, my reading has gone down drastically. I am not able to read properly, but I need to change that. And for some info, today I did my speaking test at IELTS I don't know what's the website name, but I need to think. I think I did quite well, not that good, but I think I did moderately well, and I'm not quite proud of it, but I think it's okay for now. I need to improve. I'm in the phase where I need to improve, so it will not matter if I make mistakes. Mistakes makes a person evolve or anything. I'm still trying to learn, and the first thing I am trying is to read slowly. For you will be criticized anyway. You will be damned if you do and damned if you don't. Overwhelming bad habit. Our lives are a reflection of our habits more than our education. After seeing the movie Conan the Barbarian, starting Arnold Schwarzenegger, is a famous bodybuilder. I think everybody knows him. Often said, I would love to have a body like Schwarzenegger. Sorry for butchering your name. Please don't criticize me because I'm in a learning phase. Schwarzenegger. Most of the guys nodded in agreement. I even heard he was really a puny and skinny at one time. Another friend added, yeah, I heard that too. Another one said, I heard he had a habit of working out almost every day in the gym. Yeah, I will bet he has too. Nah, said the group clinic cynic. I will bet he was born that way. Besides, let's stop talking about Arnold and go some beer. This is an example of habit controlling behavior. I remember asking my rich dad about the habit of the rich. Instead of answering me outright, he wanted me to learn three examples as usual. When does your dad pay his bill? The rich dad asked. The first of the month, I said. Does he have anything left over? He asked. Very little. That's the main reason he struggles, said the rich dad. He has bad habits. Your dad pays everyone else first. He pays himself last. But only if he has anything left over, which is usually don't. But he has to pay his bill, doesn't he? You are saying he shouldn't pay his bills? Of course not, said the rich dad. I firmly believe in paying my bills on time. I just pay myself first. Before I pay even the government. Before I pay even the government. But what happens if you don't have enough money? I asked. What do you do then? The same, said the rich dad. I will still pay myself first. Even if I am short of money, my asset column is far more important to me than the government. But I said, don't they come after you? Yes, if you don't pay, said the rich dad. Look, I didn't say not to pay. I just said I pay myself first, even if I am short of money. But how do you do that? It's not how. The question is why, rich dad said. Okay, why motivation, said the rich dad. Who do you think will complain louder if I don't pay them? Me or my creditors? Your creditors will definitely scream louder than you, I said, responding to the obvious. You wouldn't say anything if you didn't pay yourself. So you see, after paying myself, the pressure to pay my taxes and the other creditors is so great that it forced me to seek other form of income. The pressure to pay becomes my motivation. I worked extra jobs, started another companies, traded in stock market, anything just to make sure those guys don't start yelling at me. The pressure made me work harder, forced me to think, and all in all made me smarter and more active when it comes to money. If I had paid myself last, I would have felt no pressure, but I would be broke. So it is the fear of the government or other people you owe money that motivates you? That's right, said the rich dad. You see, government bill collector are big bullies. So a big collector in general, most people give in those bills. They pay them and never pay themselves. You know the story of 98 pounds weakling who gets sand kicked in the face. I nodded. I see that ad of weightlifting and bodybuilding lesson in the comic book all the time. I pay my bills first, I get financially stronger mentally and facially. Well, most people let the bully kick sand in their faces. I decided to use the fear of the bully to make me stronger. Others get weaker, forcing myself to think about how to make extra money is like going to the gym and working out with weights. The more I work, my mental money muscle out, the stronger I get. Now I'm not afraid of those bullies. I like what Rich Dad was saying me. So if I pay myself first, I'll get financially stronger, mentally and physically. Rich Dad nodded. And if I pay myself last, or not at all, I get weaker. So people like bosses, managers, tax collectors, bill collectors, and landlords put me around my all my life. Just because I don't have good money habits, is that noted? Just like the 98-pound weaklings. Sorry. Overcoming arrogance. What I know makes me money. What I don't know loses me money. Every time I have been arrogant, I have lost money. Because when I am arrogant, I truly believe that what I don't know is not important. Yes, I think I am a little bit arrogant of myself because I think I'll do great in exam even if I don't try that hard. But this arrogance will kill me. It happened in my plus two exam. The arrogance nearly killed me, but I don't want to repeat it again. I have found it. I have found that many people use arrogance to try to hide their own ignorance. It often happens when I am discussing financial statement with accountants or even other investors. They try to bluster their way through their discussion. It is clear to me that they don't know what they are talking about. They are not lying, but they are not telling the truth. There are many people in the world of money, finances, and investment who have absolutely no idea what they are talking about. Most people in the money industry are just spouting of sales pitches like used car salesmen. When you know you are ignorant in a subject, start educating yourself by finding an expert in the field or a book on the subject. So that's the end of today's lesson. I think I have read quite a much today. It's the first time in the it's the first time for me to read that much in the video where I have recorded, and I think I will continue to read longer. And it doesn't matter. I I get today I got a reality check. I'm not making this for views or any other reason. I will only post on YouTube, and I just want to keep a memory or journal that will be there forever. I know if I keep this video on my mobile, the storage will run out and I will eventually delete it. But if I keep this on a platform that will never end, I think, then it will last forever and I will be able to see it for myself or for my children. I can show them how I learned English and how I developed. And maybe if I become a full-time content creator, maybe my subscribers in the future come to this video and know how I struggled and how I improved. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.